All right, everybody. This is TFN Network, and I am your boy, SBC Prophet. You probably have heard me from Mr. Bartender's Friends Lounges, sipping and shit, or you've heard some of my music, been into one of my streams, or on my YouTube. I'm everywhere, and yeah. So let me introduce my guest.
Guest?
Sorry, not my guest.
Yeah, I was say co-host,
co-star, co-host, the amigo,
the number one and only Heavily Demonized that also appeared in the Mr. Bartender's Sip and Drink podcast. That also appeared on his YouTube channel. I also stream, but like I said, it's part-time streamer, part-time photographer, but full-time student. Which I'm graduating this year. I'm still crazy till this day.
Did you practice that in the mirror?
No.
That sounded like very like you wrote that, like you did what Rock does and wrote it on your wrist.
Nah, I'm not The Rock. But like I said, we still don't know We Want Cody's stance in this podcast. Oh, why you made that face? You want The Rock?
No, I mean,
nah.
I want Cody. But anyway, so you are currently 23 years old. Close. At what age? Oh shit, you're 22?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you're 22, about to be 23. What age did you start wrestling? Who got you into it? And what was your favorite era?
I started watching wrestling, I would say probably when I was like maybe, I'll say 8. Yeah. That'd be a good time, because I say the era, my favorite era, I had to say the Attitude Era. That was a good one with Triple H, John Cena. You have that he was part of it, but not really there. Just CM Punk, because it was in ECW. You got HBK, you got Randy, you got Edge. Crazy part, Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy was kind of interesting, but yeah.
So to be very honest with you, the Attitude Era lasted till like 2002. Half of those people came in after.
I know. It was like I know. It's like, but it feels so far like the Attitude Era.
Well, yeah, it was a Ruthless Aggression.
Ruthless Aggression, yes. But it felt like they were still Attitude.
I'm like, damn, this is supposed to be a wrestling podcast, and this man out here saying some wrong shit. I was gonna let it rock.
No, you weren't. You calling me out right now. I'm currently like tired from working from my shift, so don't mind me. So I will be saying things that are like, eh. But yes, I apologize. Ruthless Aggression. But the Attitude Era was interesting because with Stone Cold, you got The Rock. Yeah. And still again, Triple H was a part of it.
Yeah.
With Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, and who else? No, that's
Undertaker.
Well, Undertaker been part of most of all the eras besides now, like PG, like
the New Age Outlaws.
No, cause you gotta remember they stopped with WWE in the PG era, like after the whole Authority run.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like certain people, but they kept on wrestling. Yes, of course. Like other promotions.
Yeah, they were in TNA. Which is.
And then I think they're currently in. I might be wrong on this.
Road Dogg
in AEW.
No, well, Billy Gunn is. Road Dogg's actually like Shawn Michaels. Like. He's got some power backstage.
Yeah, of course.
Matt Cardona said that he went to everybody, including Road Dogg, and Road Dogg was the one that basically helped him get his spot in that WrestleMania match where he won the Intercontinental Championship.
Of course, because how he went up to him and say like, oh, the one thing that stood out and like that Road Dogg like really like damn, like it's not hearing his own music in WrestleMania, so which that really prompted the idea of like, oh. Let's give him like at least his moment because he's still with the company for the longest.
Yep. But okay, so I'm.
Oh yeah, let's go to you.
I'm 23, about to be 24. I started watching wrestling. I was like on and off. Like I was like 6, 7, but like I knew what it was, but I was just like it'd just be on. I watch it for a little bit, whatever. But I really got into it like in 2009, like around WrestleMania time. And
which WrestleMania?
WrestleMania 25.
Ooh.
And I got my dad back into it because his all-time favorite has always been Shawn Michaels. So when Shawn Michaels got hurt in '98, and stopped wrestling, he kind of stopped watching like shortly after, and kind of just wasn't into it anymore. So then I got him back like into it, and he yeah, we ended up watching WrestleMania 25 when it came out. He ordered it, and yeah, so I would say my favorite era is definitely Attitude Era, because the Ruthless Aggression, it was good, but it did have some like iffy stuff. I mean, the Attitude Era also has some iffy stuff, but it wasn't nearly as bad. Like Kurt Angle out here talking about he wanted to have bestiality sex and shit with Booker T's wife in the fucking Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah, but you have to also remember is like how like Vince tried to push all the like, oh, him fight, try to make storyline with him, like he'd be the father of like Stephanie's child, and then want to be Shane, and she voiced her opinion. That's what, and where she was like, no, I don't want to be a part of this. Like, I don't want our family to be part of this. Like,
yeah,
thing.
It was fucking stupid. That's what it was. It was like, it's like, why the fuck would you even want to do something like that? But
I mean, he gotta stand out like one way or another. Now, but that was a starting line. Now with this current shit, that's just something interesting.
If y'all hear any sort of slight noise, we are on a college campus. But
we too apologize.
But fucking, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, this is like rated TV like 14, maybe even M at certain points, because I curse a lot uncontrollably. I don't have Tourette's, I just don't give a fuck. But
he has Tourette's. Let me stop.
Shit. It's like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I literally seen it. It was like a promo that resurfaced, and she was like, all the things I've done for you, all the executives I had to meet with when I was 17, and you promised them things that I would do, and I did them, and all this. I was like, Stephanie, like, she was speaking, she was putting that shit out there, like, and that was like in the early 2000s.
Nah, see,
and apparently that's why Macho Man was like fired and didn't get like put in the Hall of Fame until like 2015, whatever it was, because apparently he did it with Stephanie.
Oh yeah,
that was a rumor. But
I mean, it's a rumor, yeah. But it's still crazy how like the whole thing with China, how they didn't want to introduce her to the Hall of Fame. But the only way she got inducted was because of DX.
Yeah.
Which at least I'm proud that she's at least a. I said that she's not in it by herself,
but she's still part of it.
Still part of it.
Yeah, because it'd have been. They could have did it without her. They could have added DX without her.
Yeah.
But it would have been, people would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But, so, as I came here to meet up with this man to do this podcast, I was going through Twitter, and I follow a lot of, like, wrestling things on Twitter. Apparently, the president of TNA got fired. And I used to be a really big fan of TNA back in, like, from, like, I watched it a little bit, like 2000. Well, I watched it because that's where Jeff Hardy went after he lost to CM Punk in 2009.
Oh yeah,
because Jeff Hardy is my favorite. So when he lost and got fired,
yeah, because CM Punk's the GOAT. The GOAT.
When he got fired, he went to TNA or whatever, and that's when I started watching. And I'm like, oh, this shit's kind of cool. Like, I liked how the cameras was always like when they would do backstage segments, it was like the cameras would kind of be like hiding and shit. So it was like to make it feel more like it was real. Like, it was actually, like, real interactions and shit between wrestlers. And, like, you know, they were doing, like, hardcore matches. They did the 6-sided ring, which, to me, I thought was so cool.
That was always an interesting concept.
Yeah, a lot of wrestlers I know didn't like it because they were used to the... But, like, AJ Styles said, he was like, it made them, like you know, the octagon, you know, in MMA, you know, they have the octagon, which is 6 sides. So it kind of made it more legit, more real. So, but, yeah, so, anyways... I watched it on and on, like 2000. I was watching it a lot.
I'll say, for me, I would say it's 2010s.
So yeah, I kind of watched it like on and off. Like, I watched the Aces and Eights era. That was good.
That was
when AJ Styles was the lone wolf. And the crazy thing was, I didn't realize how fucking valuable and how good AJ was until he got to WWE, because, like, you know, as a wrestling fan, I didn't really mature and understand that, like, people could be good outside of WWE until I got, like, older. And, like, much older, like, 17. Like, I'm like, oh man, like if you're not in WWE, then you must be ass. But no, there's people that have like transcended that even without being in WWE, or that were in WWE, it got fired, and now they're doing very well for themselves.
Kenny Omega, Osada, um, well, Osprey. Who else?
Will Ospreay is a fucking demon.
He is, and which is really crazy. Like Zack Sabre Jr.
Never seen him wrestle.
You have to watch. I'm telling you this, the cruiserweight on division tournament, that was something like you had to be there, cause it was so hardcore matches after hardcore, on top of everything. It was amazing.
So one thing we can definitely talk about is we were so well. Technically, this man, heavenly, could go to WrestleMania. I really can't.
Carlos, give us tickets, please.
Because of the just financial situations, right?
Finish the story.
So I was like, well, you can obviously go have that moment to yourself, but then you said like you kind of want to travel instead. So, I was like, well, we could then maybe go to like this local promotion, this Battleground Championship Wrestling. We could go there. So, which is like April 5th or whatever. So we plan on because we basically have kind of like converted a friend of ours into, well, he used to be a wrestling fan, but he was a wrestling fan way back in the day, like early 2000s. And then once he found out that it was predetermined, he stopped. Now, that actually is a question I wanted to ask you. When you found out that it was predetermined, why did you continue to watch it?
So, thing was this. Even though it's predetermined and all that, it's just like how like movies and TV shows are. Mm-hmm. It's really like planned out and everything, like from start to finish. So it's like it's predictable at certain points, but you're still there for the journey and storytelling. See how it goes. Mind you, this everyone say, "Oh yeah, wrestling's fake and all that." Well, obviously things are planned out, but you gotta tell me that they're faking the bump and all that. No, they're getting slammed and all that. And I want like anyone that says wrestling fake all that. I want you to take like 10 bumps and see how that feels.
Take a flare chop from Gunther.
Flare chop from Gunther. You take it from Sheamus. Take it from Drew. Take it from Take it from Braun Strowman. Like that is. I want you to take a body slam from Mark Henry. Yeah. Then after that, I want them to take 2 choke slams from Undertaker and from Kane.
Damn, alright, man.
Nah, you gotta feel that bump. You want to say it's fake, and then after that, get hit with a frog splash.
Damn.
You gonna feel how real that is.
But yeah. So we what was your thoughts on Raw?
Ooh. Crazy part of this. Now, are we gonna talk about what happened, like things off scenes, also like how the build up to Raw, or
yeah, of course.
So with the build up to like after SmackDown with the whole Rock, Roman, and Cody, everyone felt as known like in the wrestling world right now, with the whole "We Want Cody" movement. How first they were on the motion of the whole on Rock, and how now they saw the whole backlash. Now they try and like go backwards, saying like, oh, nothing was said, nothing was determined now, which is just like all speculations. So that's what it's like payback, and now they want to make it quote unquote. They want to do the whole Daniel Bryan storyline again with the whole Yes movement with Cody. I feel like they're only doing that now because they see how much love Cody Rhodes is getting.
One thing I think they could definitely do is because, like Cody said, he wants to take everything away from Roman, right? So what if? All right. So what they could do, what I would do as like a creative writer, whatever, for WWE. Okay, so they had that face off, The Rock and Roman, right? Mm-hmm. So as Cody Rhodes, I would use that to my advantage. So obviously he tried to act tough or whatever, but he's low key like afraid because he's like, this could be the man to beat me, whatever. So they do actually go to WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes and Roman are fighting, and of course Solo and Jimmy, they interfere. Maybe Sammy and somebody comes out and helps Cody, but Cody also decides to do some distracting of his own, having The Rock's music play. And having Roman, like, kind of look like, where is he? Crossroads.
I can see that. I've been seeing people saying, like, the way for, like, The Rock to be a part of the WrestleMania is like to make sure that Solo and Jimmy doesn't get involved. It's him being the guest referee, and which the whole people are speculating that due to the whole W2K24 adding guest referee back into the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it's speculation. It might happen, might not.
Could you imagine if he helps out Roman and ends up joining the Bloodline?
That would be interesting. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be like the part where, damn, they're trying to continue on with the storyline with the Bloodline. But here's the thing, though.
I do think it needs to end, though.
It needs to end, but like, for how long? Because we're all a part of this now. So this is like the modern day longest title reign, with the world championship.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing, like, we had amazing build up. We're in the we were part of the middle now. How would you end it? Like to give a good damn, this is like a great storytelling of the Bloodline.
Like Cody said, he loses everything. What made the Bloodline so powerful was they were the most dominant faction. They had the championships, so they've already lost pretty much. They've lost. They lost the tag teams.
North American championship.
So Roman is the last thing. So Roman in his mind is like, the Bloodline will still be dominant as long as I'm champion. So him losing that title and him being a heel and being Roman as a heel has honestly proven to me and to I'm pretty sure many others that this man is like actually really good. His promo work, his facial expressions, the things that he just does, it's like it almost feels like it's him. Like he's not even he's not acting.
No, because it's legit. It's confidence, and that's what I like. But that's Roman currently now, and which in the past, Roman, it took a while for him to build up, and for he could actually deliver promos that could really connect with fans and all that. Prime example, the whole promo with him and John Cena, and with John Cena low-key buried him in that.
John Cena gave him that whoop, ass whooping.
Mind you, they saw Roman as the top guy from the very start, and mind you, we all knew this, but they kept on trying to force him down our throats, back and forth, and which we kept on denying it and all that back and until the very later on.
Until that man said, "I'm in remission, yo."
My Roman's not my real name. It's Joe. I start laughing.
No. See,
not.
But I like that though. I like that when they do, because people are like, "Oh my God, kayfabe's dead," and whatever. I feel kayfabe is dead, and that's a good thing. So it's
time to break into reality.
Yeah, they can still be their characters, but then there's moments and times where they can, if CM Punk, when he came out, right? If he would have said "You guys know me as CM Punk, but I'm really Phil."
Phil Brooke.
Yeah, and I'm really just this guy who is in love with wrestling, same as you would. Things like that, it just makes it more real. It makes people more invested, because we obviously know that, Roman Reigns isn't his real name. But to hear him say, "I'm Joe, and I'm dealing with leukemia," which, listen, I got to give it to Seth and Dean, to Seth and John Moxley. Triple H told him, he said, "You guys can do the heel turn this week, because you were supposed to do that, but that was before we found out about, before Roman, with his issues. Or you can wait till next week." And they said, it would be a crime not to do it tonight, because it would be the perfect setting.
And legit, and with so much emotions in the air. And then afterwards, when at the end of the night, what was it? It was Seth and Dean fighting.
Yeah, they won the tag team titles, which the fans erupted and everything. Yeah. And then Dean, boom, hit him with the
Dirty D's.
And then Seth is such a good actor. Seth just looks so distraught and just so broken by that. But yeah, so honestly, the way I see it is, and I actually had this thought last night. I felt like if Cody never left AEW, and if WWE would have stuck to that same path that they were on, Vince still had a creative, you know, drowning themselves more and more, AEW could have became the top, because I felt like Cody Rhodes was like that needle in the haystack. He was what AEW needed. He was giving the ideas and doing things that everybody else like wasn't expecting, and then everybody did their part also. And I felt like he was good at keeping that locker room together and keeping.
No, but of course that, and I really would agree with you. But you gotta remember this: for AEW fans, they saw him as like, as the vice president, and which he was like also competing as a wrestler, and which this is also part of the Young Bucks. It's like this: they're part of the creative team, also like for storyline from start to finish, and which like in certain storylines, the fans like start booing on Cody, like for winning and all that, and then they also got in the argument of like, oh, he's also not winning matches too. So it's like it's an endless loop of where like
I get what you're saying there, because then he started losing matches because he's like, oh, I don't want y'all to think I'm trying to Hulk Hogan my way into shit. And then they're like, oh, but now you losing all the time, you ass.
That's what I'm saying. So there's no like in between. So it's now, since he left AEW and now in the WWE, that's why he's getting like more positive reaction, because he doesn't have no power in the company. He's just an employee. Yeah. Where he can just legit, he's doing what he's told, but also doing the making it worth everyone's interactions.
Yeah, no, the way he returned was fucking amazing. Because I honestly, just knowing that how WWE was at the time, I wasn't expecting it. Like, I was expecting them to really have like Shane McMahon or somebody nobody gave a fuck about come out, bro. Like, come on, like I know you had to have that thought too. So that, and then I never really like heard his music, because like I said, I never really like once I got person left WWE, like I didn't really give a fuck no more. Like I wasn't looking at, oh, what's he doing in the independent scene, so I didn't know what his theme music was or nothing. So everything was just a surprise to me. And then like I'm still like, who the fuck is this? The fans are going crazy, and I see him come up or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, that's Cody Rhodes.
Nah, I'll tell you this: the first time he played that, actually we could talk about that. I actually talk about this. His first time ever playing that song, it was in the Superdome in Japan, and I forgot who he fought, but it was legit. Boom, he played that. It was a large. No one did a vote, but it was like how that's powerful that song was.
Yeah, it's a powerful ass song.
But the one I'm not like that I don't like about Cody is that he's blonde now. I don't like it. I'm so used to him being like brown.
Well, but he's been blonde for a couple years now.
Yeah, like I said, like
it's not like he did it last week.
No, I know. But like,
but I do get what you're saying though. For years and years, he was. But I think it's to pay homage to his father.
True.
Now the tattoo on his neck, and even he said he was like, I honestly. I don't know, but
I thought one of these days he's gonna remove that and he's gonna be like, all right.
Like he could have got it on his arm, on his chest.
I guess actually like it definitely his shoulder. Shoulder.
Yeah. But he's good. He's good. But like,
I'm sorry to cut you off. Actually, another fan got that tattoo on her neck.
Hey, dedication.
Hey.
Cody
finish the story.
He's that. That's one of my goals as a music artist, is to have somebody put like my lyrics or something of mine like on their body as a tattoo. Now, like I don't want no crazy shit like that chick that put Drake across her forehead. Oh nah. No, please don't do that.
The whole Drake shit this fucking week. It's wild. But this is a wrestling podcast, not a hip hop podcast, so we ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah. Get demonetized off the face of the fucking earth talking about that shit. But yeah, no. See, the most beautiful thing about being a wrestling fan though.
Wait, we didn't even finish talking about Raw. I just remember that.
Oh shit, you're right. See, we tend to do this a lot. I tend to do this a lot.
You do.
And then I drag him down with me. But yes, to talk about Raw, the whole build up, yes, it was, like you said, so then people were like, so then of course WWE capitalizing and
hey, now we want Cody lines in the venue.
Yeah, having Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, the two biggest baby faces on Raw, come out and talk and basically be like, well,
what was your decision, Cody? And basically before Cody says a
and
word,
then, snatch it from us by bringing in Drew McIntyre with that amazing ass shirt.
I'm not like I'm gonna say a Punk fan, but I was like, all right, that's kind of tough to do as a heel. I was like, all right, and then like, not like that promo that Drew did, tough as shit too.
Yeah, Drew
was like,
Drew's underrated on the mic.
Yeah, he was like this. Cody, finish the story, and we all know that Drew's doing that because like he want to fight Seth for the World Heavyweight Championship. We all know this, but he was right though when he lists. But he beat you 3 times.
Yeah, he's like, calling the kettle black. Didn't he beat you 3 times? And he should have been like, and with a torn pec?
Oh yeah, he said that, yeah. Which is like, there's nothing more you need to add to the story with Seth and Cody. There's nothing that is plain and simple. Like, Cody won that easily. There's no need for it anymore. There's no, and plus, the whole build up to it is dead now. Like,
yeah. He has to definitely go against Roman. And honestly, I think it needs to be like tribal combat. It needs to be like a stipulation match. Like, it needs
Cody and Roman?
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it needs to be like, I feel like an extreme match. Like, it needs to be like gritty. Like, they need to both be bloody. Like, because it's like,
imagine you're actually right. Tribal combat, and like, Cody's not even part of the family. So it's like, but it's still like, trying to do the whole thing with like in Black Panther, like an outsider trying to like be a part of it.
It just starts off with, as you can see.
Yo, that's wild.
No, yeah. I mean, I get it. Yeah, it's supposed to be like the both like members are supposed to be part of the family. That's what, but I feel like because Roman is like the head of the table, he could be like, I don't give a fuck. This is tribal combat. Like, if you really think you can beat me that bad, well, beat me in the like. And then I think it would just be cool to...
Or imagine The Rock add Cody Rhodes to part of like the family and all that, and that sparks
gives him a birth certificate. It just says Cody and what?
Yo, I mean, it's WWE though.
Yeah.
And like, and legit, since it's Tribal Combat and The Rock is there, he's like, again, special guest referee. So he's ruling everything. And
I feel like if he is a special guest, he's definitely going to hit like Roman with like a rock bottom. Yeah, we could see that. Or he's going to hit Jimmy and Solo. Which the only thing that with this lately with the Bloodline storyline that I don't like is the fact that you had
Solo beat
Jimmy. No, you had Jimmy and Jey Uso leave the Bloodline.
Oh.
Then you have Jimmy decide to betray Jey Uso again and join the Bloodline. When you could have had. Like what I think they should have did was have them leave the Bloodline, whatever. Have them go back on a tag team run, but then Jimmy gets jealous because Jay is being called Jay main event Jey Uso. He's getting more sick. He's getting more time on TV. He's getting singles matches.
He's supposed to be the one that was supposed to be the tribal chief and all this, like the successor. That's the thing. That way it would make more sense. And plus with again, with the whole thing, like, it was so much obvious, like you do that storytelling with Jay versus Jimmy.
Yeah, that's going to be a good match.
I think it has to be down the line where I feel like if they do this, where Jay Uso fight Gunther for an Elimination Chamber and Jey Uso wins, it'd be I can see that. Jey Uso versus Gunther for Elimination Chamber, where Jay wins and all that. Gunther wants to fight for the IC Championship, but he feels like it's time for him to have a World Championship. So he fights Seth. That'll make it clear. They both want a match. And that was a build-up, too, with the whole Royal Rumble. So you could build a storyline with that. Mm-hmm. And how, like, Seth never was able to beat Gunther and all that. There's a way.
You're right. If there's a will, there's a way.
So I can see that as... Because sometimes people don't want Drew at this point. They don't.
Well, but that's why he's a heel, though. Now,
I know. It's, but I would say people also want Sammy to win the World Heavyweight
Championship. Sammy was white fucking hot last year. And he really could have won.
He could have. LA Knight could have won against Roman also.
No, that Sammy build up and everything was that, like, when they execute shit that good, that's why they're still on top all these years later. the everything. They were beating the shit out of Kevin Owens at that Royal Rumble. Had him handcuffed to the rope and shit. Oh, yeah. Sammy started crying. Roman's pushing him in his face and shit, fucking up his beard and shit.
Sammy hit him in the back with a
I'm like, what is with Roman getting hit in the back with the chair, bro? That's
what. Nah, but it was that's very interesting. Like,
and then Jay didn't want to beat him up. Like, the storytelling was fucking immaculate there.
It was on point. It's also like,
and their match it wasn't the greatest, but the storytelling of it was amazing. Like him putting him right in front of his wife and like fucking with him and like, bro, like that is top tier. Because in professional wrestling, it's not just about picking somebody up and slamming him. You're telling a story. You're telling a story. Excuse me. So for them to tell that story the way they did, that's why I said Roman Reigns honestly has proved why he is that guy by being a heel. Now, the only thing that's an issue is, like Drew McIntyre actually brought up, I think it was Drew that brought it up this past Monday, is that, Roman matches end the same, interference, all that. That is true. That has taken away from his character, I feel, because what made him such a convincing heel was not only was he a heel and he was an asshole, but he was beating people. And he was beating them in these hard-fought fights or obliterating them.
Yeah.
Like, didn't he fucking hit Kevin Owens with, like, driving a golf cart? Didn't he, like, hit him? Like, that didn't give a fuck. What he did to Jey Uso. Jay's just there, just fucked up on the floor and shit. Jimmy, like, this ain't it, John. Or, yeah, he's like, this ain't it, Joe. This ain't, come on, bro, talk about it. And he put him in a fucking guillotine and shit. Like, Roman used to be, like, a savage. He still is, but he was willing to put in that work himself. And now it's like, it's just interference. That's why, like, I feel like, it would just be better to have him, if he's going to fight Rock at WrestleMania, that he has to do it convincingly. Because that will be a passing of the torch moment, and that will be really solidifying him as one of the best wrestlers of this generation.
I can see it. See, I can see that. But everyone keeps on talking about, like, for Roman, it's like, him to be Hogan's record and all that. I wish, it's like, he doesn't need to be Hogan's record. He's already top 5 now, and like longest reigns in the company. One
of the hardest lines I heard recently was when that man LA Knight said, "I'm top 2 and I ain't 2." Yeah. I was like, bro, that was fire.
No, but he's not wrong. See, like I said,
I think what's the problem with WWE is they have too many good talent now, and they have too many top guys right now that are top guys in the fans of the eyes and in the fan of the eyes. In the eyes of the fans and whatever, like LA Knight, he's over with the fans. Sami Zayn was over with the fans. All these guys,
Cody.
Yeah. Like, these guys, not that they didn't want to put him over, but it might not have been their time just yet. But they're then put in these predicaments where they have to kind of get these little mini pushes and all this stuff. So then it's like...
Mind you this. Many times where people thought they were going to win. No. Especially with Drew. And how, like...
yeah, the last time he fought Seth.
No, I would say with Roman, how legit. I forgot. Clash at the Castle. Yeah, and where he wrote, like, everyone thought Drew was gonna win. Nope, Solo. And now everyone's making memes like, oh, like Solo wearing a fucking hoodie coming in, and we're like, oh, who is that? And we're all like, we all know who it is. Solo, like, you can remove the hoodie.
Facts, bro. Like, we know it's you, bro.
Like, you're the only one that interferes. Are we gonna say if it's Jimmy and like you guys swap in between? No, it's always Solo. Like Solo, like just wear a shirt that says it's you. At this point,
Solo was here.
So
Solo was fucking here, bro.
We want the royalties.
No, but it just cracks me up because that move is just funny as shit to me, bro. Could you imagine that, bro? You're fighting this dude, whatever. Then somebody grabs you and just shoves their fucking thumb as hard as they can into your chest.
Yeah.
Like,
bro.
oh, I just caught a heart murmur. Like, bro, what the fuck?
No, cause I saw one person like said this, and it was so mean joke. They were like, "Oh, you're punching the guy, and you realize you have a thumb in the middle of the fight," and like, cause it was like, oh, it's about him. I forgot who he was about to hit his finisher, but there was like he's legit punching them, and then he looked at his hand and he thought it's legit thumb. And so when I really thought about it, when I thought about it, I just started laughing because I was like, that's funny as fuck.
Yeah, no, man, this it's.
Think about it. That's what I'm saying. You just think about it. Just
No, that's funny. He's just like,
yeah.
like, yeah, that's, yeah, no. Bro, R-Truth, man.
R-Truth is funny as fuck. He
is fucking hilarious.
Still with the whole Judgment Day.
That shit is funny as fuck. Live, love, laugh. Like, bro,
only R-Truth.
Yeah, only R-Truth, bro. He can pretty much break anybody. Like,
he did that with King. He did it with Dean Ambrose and Roman. He did that with The Miz.
Well, Roman, I think, is actually pretty easy to break.
Pause.
Because, yeah, R-Truth did it. Sammy did. Yo, when Sammy said, oh, he's not feeling too oozy, bro, that was definitely ad-lib. There was no way that was written, like, in the script.
Oh, of course.
He's like, he's just not feeling very oozy. And then he was like, is that it, Jay? You're not feeling oozy? Like, it was the face he made and everything. And it was the fact that, like, Jay had to go like this to fucking not laugh and shit, bro. And, like, Solo and Jay and Jimmy are like, bro, that's awesome, bro. I would love to just spend time, like, in a locker room, like WWE locker room, because I feel like nowadays, like, it's so much, like, cleaner. Like, obviously some wrestlers might still do drugs, but it's not as crazy as it was, like, in the 80s and 90s. Most of them now are nerds that play video games and just chill and shit.
Most of them are legit, like, are just legit chill with their fans and all that, and actually, like, see it's like, oh, this is just, they got them up to this point and all that. So it's like having that connection.
Yeah, like, one person who changed was Randy Orton.
Oh, of course.
He even said, he was like, oh, like, they did, like, an interview with him or whatever. He was like, now that CM Punk's back. He said, well, in my opinion, he's like, when CM Punk was here 10 years ago, he said, I think, I'm trying to remember what he said. He was like, I think he had this, like, he had this certain type of attitude, but I had it too. He said, and now I think he's matured, and, but what he also said was, he was like, he didn't blame him. Like, he was like, everybody has something to deal with. So, he understood. And I'm like, damn, that's not the Randy Orton I knew from a decade ago.
Yeah, because that old Randy would have been like, he would have fought like CM Punk at that time and all that.
Yeah.
That's saying, like,
plus him trying to be like one of the guys, he was on like up, down, down a couple of times and shit. I'm like, Randy, this shit, that's crazy.
Because here's the thing, like, because everyone has like this notion, like, damn, of Randy Orton, like, damn, like, oh, it's kind of scary, like, all that, like,
yeah, he's unapproachable.
Oh, which is like, you could definitely approach him. And he actually like having conversation with people. He actually said, like, one time he was at one of his kids' game and all that, and legit he no, it's funny as fuck. It's really funny as fuck. Like, he said word for word, that he was picking at his nose and all that, and then like he saw like a group of kids looking at him, so he was like, he played all the way, he waves at them and all that, and next thing you know, the group of kids did like an RKO like on one of their friends and all that, and one of them actually recorded it, and they made it seem like Randy Orton approved of it. But he just thought like, oh shit, he just waved.
Just he did. No, and that's cool. Like, with him and his family, they're always doing videos of them RKOing each other and shit.
Yeah, I was saying Randy's a real. I would say, like, it's crazy. John Cena is a nice guy.
John Cena is a really nice guy, bro. And he, like, doesn't have to be. Not that he doesn't have to be, but, like, you would think with the much success he has and the money and everything he has, he would be a total dick. But he's, like, the complete opposite.
But you gotta remember, it's like he knew he started from nothing, from start, and now he was not gonna be part of, like, there was a chance of him not being part of WWE and like making that household name of himself. We all know.
I love what he says. He's like, people think he's like WWE doesn't
give
he said they don't give you something, they give you an opportunity. What you do with your opportunity,
it's up to you.
Is up to you. Yeah, like when Miz and Big E were having that argument back and forth. Miz was like, what did they teach us in wrestling school? Even if you're on screen for 4 seconds, you have to show them why you deserve better.
Yeah. And what is this? Yeah, it's Kofi legit. Kofi deserve his WWE championship. And I'll admit to it, I'll still say it to this day. But that was not supposed to be him. It was supposed to be Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
And we're all being honest.
And he had it like 6 months. That's a decent reign.
It is a decent reign. Now, it's crazy, like, the person who beat him, which is the whole stereotype of where he beat, I'm gonna say, a certain type of race, but...
Brock EPO Lesnar.
That's crazy. But, crazy about this, with him, well, technically, the whole notion, like, of him not being unapproachable...
He kind of is.
Kind of, but kind of isn't.
Like, I'm pretty sure if you're like a little kid, you're like, oh my god, Brock, he'd be nice. But if you're like a grown man, built like me... Walking up to him like, can I get an autograph? He just look at you, just be like, no.
Well, no. I feel like it's the way how you gotta say things and approach people like, oh, if you're from afar, like, is Brock Lesnar? Can I? It's like it was like, oh, let's take this. If you say, oh, let's take this picture, it's like,
yeah. No, I get that.
So but that's what I'm saying. Like, he understands like the fans got here, but he's very antisocial, and what she doesn't. Well, yeah, he's not very social at all. What she doesn't want to be around people at all. That's why legit. He has a house in the middle of the woods.
Could you imagine trying to... I'm just picturing it. Could you imagine trying to break into Brock Lesnar's house, bro? And you just see that big-ass behemoth just standing in the doorway.
I'm about to say, you fall... Like, you in his place, you trigger an alarm, you fell. Next thing you know, you look behind, you see him, like, with an axe, and you're just like... It's scary.
No, it would be even terrifying if he was just like in some boxers. He's just there, just like, who goes there?
Imagine...
Start suplexing you and shit. Just
and a boxer with a robe, and just like, suplex city, bitch.
Just pulls a shotgun.
we do this easy way or the hard way.
Sable's bad though. He bagged a bad one.
I would say Michelle McCool. Well, Undertaker did. Nah, well, Undertaker, come on. Let's be honest. Let's be real.
I don't know.
Nah, you're wild.
Now, Layla, Michelle McCool's partner.
Oh yeah, she
can get it.
AJ Lee. I love her.
Whoa, calm down.
Not
calm
like
down
that.
there, fucking stalker.
Not like that. Nah, she's a legit amazing wrestler, and I'm glad like during the time it was both her and CM Punk having like the longest title reigns for their respected belts at the time.
Yeah.
Which I really do give credit, and which like at that time, like as a couple on both of them, they did great things.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong, and
they both cut on like pipe them for their own like division.
Yeah, their own. Yeah. It's crazy what wrestling has become now. Chris Van Violet, I think that's his name. I think so. I might have gotten that last one wrong, but I think he's amazing. He's an amazing interviewer, journalist, whatever. Really knows his stuff, and pretty much never has like a bad interview. He's able to but I think it's also because he knows exactly like what wrestlers to interview. The wrestlers that he knows that they will communicate with him, they will go back and forth and have a conversation with him. Well, not just wrestlers, but also just staff or whatever. But he said like, oh, wrestling's the best it's ever been. I don't know if it's the best it's ever been. I think like action wise, yeah. Because a lot of stuff that was
he done amazing.
Sorry, I just got showed something that was like, bro, what the fuck? But yeah, they've like spots and stuff now are a lot better than obviously what they used to be back in the day.
Of course,
But
it's because like it's tempo of like a certain wrestlers. Some want like go fast and some want to go slow.
yeah, it's like everybody kind of had one style. Everybody was kind of like one dimensional back then.
I wish now
it's so many different styles. Yeah, and all that.
it's because like wrestling is legit. It's like dance. You gotta find the rhythm towards, and then everything will be well. That's why it's kind of like hard for Royal Rumbles because like the match tempos. Some people are in the match. They're thinking like, okay, this is gonna be like something calm and all that, but then the wrestlers next moment they want to speed things up instead of slowing down. Like,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, injuries happens.
Yup. CM Punk.
It's not only CM Punk. There's other people got injured.
Yes, John. John Cena didn't get injured.
John Cena wasn't even a part of it.
Well, not of this past Royal Rumble, but has he ever gotten? I think
What are you talking about?
there was a time he got in. He like landed on his ankle weird. I could have sworn that was from a Royal Rumble.
I don't think it was a Royal Rumble.
But it was like, when they were like, oh, don't try this at home, and they would show like times when wrestlers got injured. That was one of the clips. It was like him like landing like.
I thought he got like drop and all that.
Yeah, it cracked me. Whenever I would see that, it would crack me up because I don't know why. It would just be when they would show Rey Mysterio. He's like, I got surgery 5 times in my knee, and he's holding his knee, and I'm just like,
no, bro, that's the crazy part. Yeah, you mentioned about CM Punk with injuries, but not fucking Rey Mysterio. Let's speak
Rey
about
Mysterio
that.
don't get injured like that. It's like
Because he's a small motherfucker, and
because you're small, you don't get injured.
everyone can fucking carry Rey Mysterio. Randy already says this. He could do suplex and all that. He just doesn't with with the other superstars. But he knows with Rey Mysterio that he could show his strength and all that and be like, all right, I can do this. It's easier to do with light opponents to do certain moves.
You know what's crazy? It took me years to realize that RKO was just his initials.
Yeah, Randy's knockout.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, what do you think the RKO stands for?
I thought it was Randall Keith Orton. Because that's his name.
I mean, yeah, but...
I didn't know his middle name was Keith. So, when, CM Punk called him that one time when they were in their rivalry, in 2011 or whatever.
But why would he have his whole name as initial-wise, as his name, as his name in his finisher? Oh. It makes sense as Randy's knockout.
I guess, but...
I mean... Until he says it officially, if it's Randy Knockout or his full legal name, we'll find out.
You don't know, man. He might get dementia and just the RKO will help him remember his name. I don't know.
Yo, imagine some RKOs. And I imagine he's in a wheelchair, just zoom, zoom, and that's the thing, you know, boom, wakes up.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. So, we are also gamers, and WWE 2K24 is coming out, and like I said...
Finish the story!
I feel like this game's going to be really good, but I feel like next year is going to be ass, because they're throwing so much stuff into 2K24 because 2K took over with 2K14, so it would be a decade. This would be a special game for them. So I feel like they're throwing so much shit that we wanted and all this stuff into this one, and then next year it's not going to be nearly as good.
I can see that. I like how they bring in the whole spot where the back and forth with hitting each other. But
that was needed.
It's nice, but I want them to add back the whole chain wrestling because that literally start a match. It makes sense because a whole you gotta tell me
not every single match, but
just to start the match. That's it.
Yeah, but every single match chain wrestling? Because not every wrestler it's in their character to chain wrestle.
Well, yeah, but we're not doing in the middle of the match. Cause that's they always do it sometimes in the beginning, just a quick grapple, alright, and then it's either to the ropes or to the corner, and that's it. Not going sometimes back and forth, and then that's it.
Yo, there was a spot. Do you remember What Culture Pro Wrestling?
Yeah.
So Marty
Scarl?
No, I think it was Marty Kirby or something like that. Or anyways, he was he was kind of their top guy. He became their top guy or whatever when he became a face. But this is when he was still a heel. He was going against this luchador, and the spot was that the luchador, like he like kind of like either fell or something. I forget. This was years ago. But he was like, on the mat, had his hands on the mat, like as if he was going to do like a push up or something, and then he jumped over the other dude and like landed like on his feet and hands.
Oh.
So he did that. So then they started having a competition. So then the other dude, the Kirby dude, decided to do it, and then the luchador did it again, and then but when the Kirby dude did it, he went through the ropes and fell outside. But it was good though. It was a good comedic spot and something that wasn't done before, and it was funny as fuck because I was just like oh shit, that's cool. Oh shit. Yeah, dude fell out. He like straight up like leapfrogged out it. Like to me, I'm like, damn, bro. Like the trust that you have to have that you're gonna be okay is crazy in wrestling.
No, for me, it's trust that. My thing is this. Is ladder matches. I'm not gonna lie. And I was like this. I always thought about I can be a wrestler and all that. But then when I think about ladder matches and like people that had like turnbuckle moves, like let's say like the Swanton Bomb or like the Frog Splash, and you're the one that got like they putting you to a table and they climb on the ladder. You gotta think about you're taking the whole blunt force to that. And mind you, that's momentum.
Well, I think that's why you're supposed to like go use the bathroom before you wrestle.
Oh, of course. I mean, of course. But still,
because that would be crazy. They lay right on you. They hear, and then you just
no. But yourself. I mean, like, you can shake yourself at any moment. But it's like, imagine this: like, you have your eyes closed and all that. Okay, you have your eyes closed or open. But I know for a fact, me and myself. I'm having my eyes closed because I want to see like a person
I'm trying to picture from the POV of like your
yes because you're looking
you just see it.
That's what I'm saying. You're lying on the table. Like imagine this: you're lying on the table, no matter what, and like it's just like let's say how tall is the ladder? Like what 12 feet? Like they do sometimes.
Like yeah, well some around like 20, 25.
Oh, 25. You're lying on this table, 20, and this person is on a 20 feet ladder. And now it's on like he's standing on the middle now, preparing to jump. You're gonna tell me? And I'm looking at you in the eyes. You're gonna tell me you're gonna have your eyes open as this person is now free falling in the sky, landing on top of you. Yeah. And mind you have to protect this person now because they can't protect themselves because they're having all this momentum. You had to take the brunt damage. If not, you're getting fired, or this person is in the hospital right now because of you. There's no winner. There's no win-win. You're losing either way.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're supposed to move out the way.
Unless you're supposed to move out of the way and there's padding.
Yeah.
If there's padding.
Yeah, if there's padding.
If not, it's like damn.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't know how in a situation like that, like. Because I feel like with certain situations, if I was, like, knowing myself, if I was a wrestler, I could stay calm. But in a situation like that, I think I would tense up.
You tense up automatically. It's like a turnbuckle move, you could tense up like it'd be fine, and you'd be like, alright, you could tense up a little bit, but not too much. Shit like that, if it's your first one.
Yeah, facts.
Or like
first match from NXT, main roster, fucking ladder, Money in the Bank and shit. I mean, there were Jeff Hardy, this motherfucker just.
That's what I'm saying. Remember, like, it was in WrestleMania when Jeff Hardy did the whole leg drop, and you're on the. And I forgot who was on the ladder. I think it was Matt Hardy. Was it Matt Hardy? No, I'm forgetting. But someone's legit like it's like a ladder bridge, and they're on the fuck. It was Edge. Edge is on the ladder bridge. Jeff Hardy's climbing the ladder. He could grab the briefcase, but he didn't. He turned around. Does his signature, fucking leg drop him on a fucking ladder.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't do his other signature DUI.
So imagine that. Now it's a leg drop in the fucking air. There's no padding.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's for real, like
dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
I don't see myself doing a ladder match.
Now it was this match between Eddie Edwards and Kazarian. I don't know if you remember who Kazarian was.
Someone.
He used to tag team with Christopher Daniels a lot.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Yeah, they were having this like 2 out of 3 falls match. And at one point, I don't know what the fuck Eddie Edwards did. This man started beating the absolute shit out of Eddie Edwards with a trash can. He hit this man like 30 times with that shit. He was just like, just non-stop. I'm like, damn, bro. One of my worst fears is to get a receipt from Undertaker. Because that motherfucker, when he gave a receipt, bro, he gave a receipt.
Nah, the Hell's Gate. I still remember. I'm trying to remember which WrestleMania game. It probably was 13. Probably was 13 or either 13 or 14, with the whole beat the streak. And I'm telling you that.
Oh yeah, 2K14. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, Undertaker. That Undertaker was a dickhead. That was a true level 100. Nah, on everything.
You hit that motherfucker with 7 finishers. He was still kicking out.
No, because he was a fucking full cheat code. Because, like, that was the time before they did the whole lemon reversal. And, like, every single time where you were trying to hit him and all that multiple times, then, like, next moment, he reversed, then punched it a few times. All of a sudden, now he has a signature, which is, like, how you get a signature if I was beating you up all the time. You can reverse that if you're lucky. You did it. Boom. Now you hit him with the signature or finisher. You try to pin him. 1, 2, boom, kicks out. That's cool and dandy. You keep on fighting him, and then you hit him with another finisher. Cool and dandy. Next thing you know, lights are blackout. Boom. Nah, then he's right behind you. Hits you with a fucking tombstone. You think that's the worst part? That's not the worst part yet. That's not the worst part.
Yeah, I remember all this.
Yeah, you kick out. Boom. Keep on fighting. Now you hit him with a finisher. You think, all right, everything's calm out. As you're going for the pin, he puts you in a Hell's Gate. You trying to remember? You don't remember that?
I don't think he did that to me.
Nope.
I think he just beat me with a tombstone.
Hold on, you never beat him?
No, I never beat him.
Damn.
No, bro. Like...
See, look at that. He didn't pass the stage with a blackout.
But that, to me, would scare the dog shit out of me. Because could you imagine that in real life, bro? You're fighting somebody, you're beating the shit out of them, the lights go out, they turn back on, the dude's behind you.
That's right. And you can kick out, boom.
With this newfound energy. Like, bro, I was just beating the shit out of you for 20 minutes, and now the lights turn out. You're standing behind me with, like, you're not, like, crouched, you're not, like, holding, like, your leg or some shit.
Standing out with no injury, then, like, again, tombstone. I kick out, and I'm telling you this. As he's trying to do like a choke slam on me, I counter that. Boom! I'm beat him up again. Boom! Hit with a finisher. I'm like going for a pin. He pushed me at a fucking Hell's Gate. And I'm like, yes. And I'm like, I had to get out of this. After you're done with that, boom. You're able. If you have the chance to hit him with another finisher or a signature, and then do that whole build up, you win. It took that. It's that many steps to beat Undertaker, and you can't even get a count out as a fucking victory. You had to either win by submission or he doesn't. He barely taps. He's not gonna tap at all. He's not gonna go. No, you have to actually pin him.
That's crazy.
It was a hard. I'm so sorry for rambling on about this, but that was hard. That was harder than the fucking whole challenge that with AJ Styles. That was fucking harder back then.
Yeah, no, it was, and
if they ever fucking bring that back, I'm gonna cry.
I low-key was like, yo, it'd been crazy if they did like a revamped version of that shit.
Bro, especially when now with it. Imagine this, they bring back limited reversals with that. It'll be a field day of rage. Cause now imagine this. Just imagine. You have to reverse Undertaker's all that, and next thing you know, boom, signature. And you can't reverse that. You're livid. And the whole stun mechanic now too. Boom.
Well, now I feel like if they bring back limited reversals, they have to get rid of that stun meter.
Probably, but that stun meter is ass too.
Oh, it's ass when you're barely fucking in it. No, me and this man have gone at it back and forth. You could even check YouTube and watch my channel. We've done best of sevens and everything. And this motherfucker puts me in the stun state like 27 times in a match. Sometimes it'll be with a single fucking hit. A single fucking, like, forearm to the face. And my guy's just fucked up. But then I hit this man with, like, fucking 6 moves back to back. I get a chair, beat his ass with it like 10 times. No, he just gets the fuck back up. Like, bro, like, I'm gonna get a PC version of 2K24. I'm gonna just pull the fucking Glock out. Like survive this one, bitch.
I'm gonna pull a Goku. I'm dodging that shit. Boom, 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 boom.
Just fucking just start meleeing you with the fucking pistol, bro. Just start pistol whipping the shit out you.
Oh yeah, you can fucking throw fucking shit in this one.
Throw a fucking gun at the back of your head as you try to run.
Yeah. Like I said, I know CM Punk is in that game. I'm glad for it.
He's probably gonna be DLC.
He's not DLC. He joined legit during Survivor Series.
Still.
So which means still.
That was. I'm pretty sure they were already done developing it at that time.
I don't think so.
I'm promising you, he's probably gonna be a DLC character in Pack 1.
Nah, he's in the game.
We'll see.
I would say they added fucking Ali into it. The People's Champ.
What do you mean?
You didn't see the trailer?
Muhammad Ali?
Yeah.
He's in the game?
He's in the game. You didn't know that?
Why?
I don't know.
He was... Oh, because, he was a guest referee at one, WrestleMania 2, I think it was, or some shit. He was a guest referee.
Oh. But yeah, he's in the game.
Like, as a playable character?
Yeah. It's weird, I know.
What the fuck would his finisher be? Just a fucking hook?
Probably like a KO punch.
Probably.
Imagine the taunt. The taunt. It's gonna be the taunt like.
That would have made more sense though from Mike Tyson. Especially with the KO punch.
But I mean, Mike Tyson was a part of WWE. They added him before.
Yeah, fair. I don't know though, man.
Like I said, CM Punk's in the game. Cult personality.
Yeah, that new rendition of it that they had to do.
Yeah, that's just ass.
It's not ass. It's just...
It's ass.
I don't know.
It doesn't hit the same. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. We guys talk about this. I hope... I understand, it's 4 years of WrestleMania. But I also hope it's we're going back to from Cody Rhodes matches and all that. Of him from the very start all the way to now. Cause it makes sense.
So 2 showcases?
Oh yeah.
Or well, technically, 40 years. I don't think that's a showcase. That's just kind of.
I feel like it's a mode.
It's its own mode. Yeah, most likely it's going to be a Cody showcase, and I think that would be cool. Or maybe it might be 3 showcases.
3.
Yeah, him, Bianca, or Rhea. You could choose.
True. Crazy part is Rhea Ripley has done a lot in WWE for her career.
She has.
Grand Slam, actually a real Grand Slam champion, and that's with the
She's
and that's with the NXT UK Championship as well. She won that. She won the NXT Championship. She won the SmackDown Championship, the Raw SmackDown, the Raw
27. So she is literally 4 years older than me.
Yeah, and she accomplished a lot. She did tag team. She won the Royal Rumble. She's
It's reported that her annual salary is $2.5 million.
Yeah, I mean, she's a Grand Slam, start to finish. The only thing that's missing from her career is a Money in Bank win.
She is bad.
She's bad, and she's an amazing wrestler. That's why from Raw they're trying to build her up as the baby face for her hometown.
Look at it, the shoulders, the biceps and shit. She's bad, bro.
That's why legit. I'm hoping Rhea Ripley beats I'm hoping Rhea Ripley beats Nia Jax. Cause I don't want Nia Jax in the WrestleMania 40.
Rhea Ripley's only 5'7".
Really?
Yeah, I thought that bitch was 6 foot at least.
I really thought 6.
She's only 5'7".
That's actually.
And it must be because of the boots she wears and shit.
Oh yeah.
Make her look bigger because she's supposed to be this big dominant force. Because I'm you're standing head to head with like Nia Jax, who is, let's see how tall Nia Jax is.
Imagine Nia is like 5'7", also like 5'10".
Damn, she's 39. She need to retire. Nope, she's 6 foot.
Damn.
It's funny. I guess Google must have added this. It's called Quick Facts. And it said WWE departure date November 4th. It says number of injuries, 2 people. Injury list, Raquel Rodriguez. Like, those are some interesting facts.
No, hold up. She injured more people than that. She has injured more people.
At least...
Don't let Google fool you. It's not 2, because WWE trying to hide the facts now.
Alright, so before she got fired in 2021, she was only making $100K a year.
How much are you making now?
I don't know. Didn't say.
My thing's this.
This man has a hatred for Nia Jax. I might just do an episode where I'm not even here. It's just him, and he will just rant for over an hour.
I can rant right now if I wanted to, but I'm not. I'm just saying this. For the way how she was in NXT, she should have been there a little bit more. There was no need to push her up. The Rock has made connect. The only reason certain stars had got so far because of the connection with The Rock. Now, currently too, with The Rock being charge of things with the whole merger, it's crazy. Certain superstars and his family lines are getting pushed a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
Prime example, Nia Jax.
I mean,
where has she deserved a fucking title run? She has not deserved one.
I mean, you're right, but also at the end of the day, though, like, if you were in The Rock's position, you'd do the same thing. It's your family.
I'll advocate. I was trying to be like, okay, come on, give them a try. But at the same time, if you actually think about The Rock's storyline, it's actually kind of crazy how he was very lucky and very blessed to have that opening to at least wrestle in front of a crowd as his first match. That's kind of like favoritism off rip. Cause you got some even Vince said this, where has he wrestled and all that, and I forgot who was the guy. He was like, oh, nah, he hasn't wrestled before. He's been training. That's all he's been doing. Not in front of a crowd or anything like that, but in front of a crowd. That's your first match. Nah.
I mean, the man had the hair. He had that shit was funny as shit.
That's what I'm saying.
But you're kind of right that he got to wrestle Bret Hart.
That's what I'm saying.
He got to wrestle some top names.
Top names, and which some of the matches he won, some of them he lost, which is interesting, and which is some classical match, and which that's fine, but I feel like this, you should not leverage your name as for power inside the company. Another prime example was Sasha Banks with Snoop Dogg.
Triple H was like that too, though.
I mean, yeah, but look at Triple H right now. Triple H is technically doing that with people that he built from NXT. Prime example is Seth Rollins.
I mean, Seth Rollins was his fucking golden goose.
It still is his golden goose. Right now. Shinsuke should be, I'm not gonna lie, for storyline, Shinsuke should have beat Seth, but he didn't, which is wild.
He said, I will break his back.
That's what I'm saying. It makes sense in a heel to actually give a heel champion that back and forth and give Shinsuke his first moment of having a world title. That's something good, but no. It's certain stars now they're I find now there's too many babyface and not enough heels, which is good. I feel with the company. Cause what we gotta go back and forth for the heels. It's legit. It's Judgment Day. Then you got Imperium, the Bloodline. You got Shinsuke. You got Drew. Damage Control. What else? Escobar's group. I don't know who you consider a heel. Bobby Lashley and Street Profit, or Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross's group definitely. I think Bobby Lashley and Street Profits were supposed to be, but
they're now marketed as a face now.
Yeah, so
and that's 8. That's 8 like legit heel groups right now. And like how many faces there are now in the company? You got Cody, you got Sammy, you got Seth, you got Kevin Owens, you got I forgot for heels. Number 9 Logan Paul, but and Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax.
So there's a decent amount of heels.
Decent amount of heels, but more faces.
The Creed brothers, I think they're heels too.
They're face.
They are?
They're face.
Well, the fake ass Fandango and Ty. I was gonna say Tyler Breeze.
Oh yeah, that's a heel. But you got Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
They're heels too.
They're face.
Oh, they're face.
Yeah.
I want to know where the fuck. How did that happen? Did he like get?
Triple H changed the. Well, they used to be. Well, they're still friends, but they used to back and forth matches for NXT UK.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, what the fuck happened with Pete Dunne? What, did he get kicked out of the?
Oh no! I think because I don't know what was going on, but I think because with they expected Sheamus to come back, like probably like during Royal Rumble, all that. But I think he didn't like recover like fully. Maybe I'm speculating. I don't know
because he's no longer part of that group, whatever.
Yeah, and like with the last one, this guy, I think probably.
Rich Holland. What happened with him? Is he injured?
I don't think so. No, cause he walked out on Pete Dunne like multiple times.
Oh,
and that's where it's like, I thought that was going to be like a whole like they fight and all that, but they didn't. And which like, Tyler Bate like helped out Pete Dunne, and which like boom they kept on tagging with each other, and then like one SmackDown instead like of being Butch, it was Pete Dunne.
Yeah, I love that he kind of did that. Gave some wrestlers back their names, back their characters, shit like that. Like with Nikki Cross.
Oh yeah, that's like Butch. Like
it didn't sound right.
It didn't sound right. Like Pete Dunne was a
Butch.
Like I mean,
go get him, Butch.
Like you still feel like Gunter is a good name for.
Yeah.
But I feel like Walter.
Walter it's a gentleman's name.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's that's why it's very ironic. Where it's like, oh, the ring general Walter, and he's like really like aggressive. That's why I found like it was like ironic about it. So
like,
it was
like the way how she says it. It just sounds. But could you imagine? Whoa! It wouldn't have that same ring. Yo, she is amazing.
I like it when she say Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green.
Amazing. I'm glad like WWE is allowing them to like everyone to be like themselves. And
that you said that perfectly. Triple H has like let the commentary team do their own thing. He's letting. Like, I'm pretty sure there's still obviously probably some promos that are scripted or whatever, but I think it's more or less now it's like...
Like, they're able to, like, put their input, like, all right, like, actually, like, kind of, like, work with their character and be like, all right, this is something like...
Yeah, because some of the things that are being said now lately and things like that, it's like as if it's coming from the heart of those characters, like Seth Rollins with CM Punk, Drew McIntyre with Cody, and, like, it's what they're, like, actually feeling. So it's like... And they're getting that put into the promos, so it makes it so much more genuine and so much better. Like, I'm pretty sure everything Seth said to CM Punk, that first interaction they had.
Seth definitely meant that. And I don't know, but the crazy part of this is how Seth did the same promo as Adam Page.
Yeah.
I mean, all wrestling companies doing that. Let's go do that with CM Punk if he joins them. You're toxic. You don't belong here. I'm gonna be the one to rizz you out. Da da da.
Nope, it was Drew.
It really is. It just took a future shock.
It was he said too, he was like, I'm not upset that I'm injured. He's like, I'm upset that I have to leave this environment. Because he said like the way how the locker room is now and everything, and because I think that's why it was like his AEW was kind of so bad, was because you do have these guys that are kind of very egotistical, that are the EVPs, that are also wrestlers, whatever like that, and there was no true like locker room leader anymore back there. But the only person that was probably like Bryan Danielson. Well, yeah, technically Bryan Danielson or like John Moxley, but other than that, though, they didn't really. But there's a couple of people that are like probably locker room leaders in WWE. Like you got Seth, you got
Roman.
Yeah, Roman. You got all these people, you know. So I think that he enjoys that it's a lot more structured. It's a lot more,
and like everyone's trying to help each other one way or another. After all that, and mind you, this is like Punk felt like he was like targeted because how like he wasn't the whole issue with Cole Cabana and how like the elite were still friends with him, and so it felt targeted like they were like against him, and whereas like yeah like they were not what's it called, how they were very friends with him, and where like when Adam Page did that promo against CM Punk, it, you know how like those are like real promos they're doing, not really scripted.
Yeah.
Or whereas like Punk felt like this is not really like business anymore. Because technically Punk already did that with this guy, with the whole rivalry. So it's like, all right, at this point, it's like doing it again. It's like,
oh yeah, with MJF or whatever.
No, not before MJF. I think it was Eddie.
No, he fought Eddie Kingston after, didn't he?
No, I thought it was before.
Oh well, yeah, Eddie Kingston did, yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I remember for a long time I was mad that MJF didn't win, but I'm kind of glad he didn't because it raised the stock up even higher.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the thing. Like if I feel like this, if one superstar is doing like, oh yeah, you don't belong here, I'm trying to like. For Eddie Kingston, that makes sense for character wise.
Yeah, he's that type of person. He's very outspoken, his character and all that.
And like, which is now like, and where he was legit like, he was a new modern day version of Punk. Like, oh, I'm the one that's the outcast and all that. I'm the one you're the one that's actually like everything that you hated, you know that. Which is like that feeds the story. Then now with Adam Page, I don't know what I would have done, but the whole thing like, oh, try and bring that back in, like, oh,
yeah, kind of like bringing in a dead, like, you know, shooting a dead horse, and kind of like you said, like, because of the fact that it's not scripted, it's also like CM Punk didn't know what to expect, and then he can't act a certain way because he's in front of the cameras, so he has to try to play it off and be cool and, you know, just smile and be like, ha ha ha.
But it's not very professional, which he felt. And mind you, it's like Adam Page is part of like the league, which is like part of the company now, so it's like now the higher ups are doing this, so it's like.
Yeah, like I don't think like I think what happened was because with that whole backstage thing, I think that the elite went to go talk to him. I don't think they went to go fight him. I think they went to go talk to him. But I think CM Punk thought they were gonna come to fight him, so he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna swing first," and then that's when all hell broke loose.
I heard this that. So it was them, yes, trying to do the locker room. But it was CM Punk. It was a female and then another male superstar.
Ace Steel, which he's a trainer, not a wrestler.
Really? I just said like another male superstar, trainer, and which is like, there's many sides to the story, and which is like, there's no like camera to they indicate like, oh, what really happened about the story. So going off of that end, it's just very hard because I feel like at the end of the day they're both parties are wrong in this situation.
Yeah, both parties were wrong, and I'm not gonna lie, I was like kind of like putting a lot more of it on CM Punk, but them as EVPs, they are the ones that like are like the faces of the company. CM Punk was like the face, just the face for the fans, but they were the literal fit. Like this is their company, so I think like, and I mean, but what they did after the fact, I kind of respected. They're like, we are willing to make a storyline with this with CM Punk, but he has to go a couple months being like not doing that again.
Well, yeah, but also we gotta remember this when like CM Punk got suspended. They both got suspended, obviously, but I think CM Punk got suspended a little bit more than them, and which the next pay per view is the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. I forgot who they fought. I think it was the Revivals. And
FTR.
Yeah, FTR. Fuck the Revivals. And there was another person, but they all did spots making fun of CM Punk.
Yeah.
And which is like, again.
Yeah. Tony Khan's biggest thing is he's not a boss. He's a friend, and that's the biggest thing.
And which he's not, and now he's making and he's trying to force Daniel Bryan to be the boss, which is like.
Well, we don't know. Daniel Bryan's probably like, let me take over.
No. Well, maybe, but Daniel Bryan's
especially with Daniel Bryan being older, he probably doesn't want to wrestle as nearly as much. So he's probably like, hey, listen, I could help you out because I am a wrestler and I know like
their mindsets and all
yeah
that.
and all that.
But at the same time, it's just like if that's the case, then yeah. But it was like
But yeah, if Tony was just like knocked, he's like, hey Daniel, guess what? I'm gonna give you a raise, but I'm gonna need you to start doing this shit.
Because like Dan Bryan is part of like the
committee or whatever.
Yeah, I wish like no when like people were like blaming and the only reason we learned that he was part of the committee, that we learned Dan Bryan was part of the committee, is when Tony Khan legit when he was getting hate because he fired CM Punk and all that. He shifted. He realized, oh no, it was not on my session. It was Bryan Danielson. He shifted that blank like he shifted that soul like right there.
And I'm not gonna say it's because of his age. Like let me see how old Tony Khan is. I don't think it's because, but I do think it's definitely because he didn't have experience in this business. He was just a fan who had enough money. Damn, he's 41? Damn. I thought this man was like, I didn't think he was like in his early 20s, but I thought he was at least.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure.
Yeah. I thought he was like anywhere from like 29 to like 35. I did not know this man was 40 fucking 1 years old.
I legit thought that was rich.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a fan that's now running his organization. I wish and now like for most people they're like the old heads, they're using him as a mark and all that.
Yeah.
Prime example, Ric Flair.
Yeah, I don't fully like he is a mark, but I don't think he's fully marked because he also knows how to blur the lines. And
Sometimes.
Yeah, he knows how to blur the lines and make things like this whole thing with MJF left the company and all this stuff like that. Like that's going on.
I'm not gonna lie, I really thought MJF was gonna appear like just for a one-time appearance for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it's cool that Triple H is working with. That's what I like. All I want to say is yes, Triple H's reign hasn't been perfect. There's been like I'm pretty sure wasn't like for like a good couple weeks he literally had like the same main event over and over, but his mind is and maybe it's because he's younger and he was also a wrestler who also was in the indie scene. He's been in in major promotions. He was in the indies. He's ran his own, like he's had so many different avenues of experience. So I think the way how he runs things is it's not just like, okay, I'm this promoter who was taught how to do things in the 70s and 80s by my father and his ways of how to do it like Vince McMahon was. He's kind of, he was probably taught some things obviously by Vince McMahon, but he's also like Vince McMahon had enough trust in him to not watch a single episode of NXT. He just let Triple H do his own thing.
Of course. And that's why like Triple H legit. He made these superstars and made us fall in love with NXT. Prime example. Oh, now just prime example. A person that came from NXT and did well in NXT, and now currently is and which is they're the dumbest superstar entirely for one thing and one thing only, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna be weird. Damian Priest.
What do you mean? He's doing fucking amazing right now.
Hear me out. Just hear me out. Let me cook real quick.
Alright, we'll let you cook. Here's the grill.
Alright. You gotta tell me this. Mm-hmm. As a money bank holder, as a champion being injured right now, and that was on the show today and yesterday, will you cash in on this injured champion right there to be the champion? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Now.
But he can't just do that, obviously.
If the money hold on, wait. Hold up. If he was by himself, understandable. But you gotta tell me he's a part of a group that has with 3 other male superstars, where one of them is a Grand Slam champion. One of them is Finn's a Grand Slam champion.
Oh yeah. I always forget he's one of the United States.
Yeah. You got Dominic Mysterio, and you got JD. JD's always gonna be the first one to take the hit.
I could low-key see Dominic Mysterio becoming a Grand Slam one day.
Oh yeah, he's a future world heavyweight champion. Yeah. We're gonna admit that right now. Yes, future world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he used to be cringe, but I think he's played into that cringiness and made it work for him.
He made it work for him. And mind you, right now, the first championship he won. No, second championship he won the North American NXT Championship, which is fine. Now, what we gonna lean towards? The United States, or are we gonna lean towards
Could you imagine, because he was supposed to fight Brock, he ends up fighting Gunther?
That'd be interesting.
Like he beats Gunther? That would be fucking at WrestleMania, right? We're like, oh man, fucking.
It's Dominic shit. Next thing you know, Dominic Mysterio one, which is like, huh?
He's like standing over Gunther. That'd be crazy.
I can see it, but no, but like again, you know, tell me it's a group of faction, and where it's like, and like Rhea Ripley has also like did her like
she fights dudes.
She fights dudes, and which is like, you gotta tell me like, boom, you could legit fight Seth right there on spot. Mind, hold up,
but it's obviously because like if the money, like if wrestling was real, and if you got the Money in the Bank and you could literally cash in it, this way David Priest would have been done it months ago. But it's obviously it's the Raiders.
I know it's the Raiders. I'm not lying. If it was real, I'm gonna be very honest with you. If it was real, and I'm the tag team champion, and I get paired both on Raw and SmackDown, the moment that Roman finished fighting, and I see fucking Solo and fucking Jimmy, I'm attacking them, and I'm catching on Roman. And we're actually, before we fight Roman, we're jumping Roman. And then we're cashing in.
How'd you jump in Roman?
No. It's a group. No, here's my thing. If you're in a group and you're a heel, you jump.
It's simple as that?
It's simple as that. Like this. I'm telling you this. Realistically, if it'd be a whole Shield shit, where it'd be like, if Shield, it'd be like a whole Shield, like for the Bloodline type shit. Where we jump them one by one specifically and make sure they're like kayfabe injured. First person we're jumping is Solo. He's getting removed.
Yo, it has nothing to do with the Shield, but I just remember that back when Legacy was still a thing. fucking Batista, one Raw decided to jump all of them, and he fucking at one point Cody's walking, and he gets thrown into a fucking janitor's closet. But what cracked me up the most was Batista like threw him into jail, just looks, closes the door, and I'm just like,
hey. But yeah, nah. So like back to the one, David Priest is like the dumbest Money Bank contract holder ever. That's
Senor Money in the Bank.
Senor Mr. Money in the Bank. You're right. I feel like he's dumber than when Otis won that shit, and Otis lost that to The Miz.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Wild.
Like I feel like now it's like that though with Triple H, but like Chris Jericho said when it came to Vince McMahon that they're like people that didn't want to do things that Vince like said like, oh, like we want you to do this. He was like, if you just said no, obviously, like, you know, Vince isn't gonna care. But if you gave him something, 9 out of 10 times he's gonna go with what you want to do, because if you make it like make sense. But I feel like with Triple H, they could do that more.
Yeah, but cause they can say, of course you can say no, and like again, you need a reason. If you feel like, oh no, I don't feel like it, then it's like, all right, you just say no. Like, this is your job, you have to do it. Like, but you said like no, because like my character is this and this, so if you don't feel like it aligns up with them, then yeah, of course.
Yeah, I feel like Oh, yeah. We, just looked at the time. We getting kind of close here, folks.
Yeah.
Definitely,
it's been an interesting podcast.
But yeah, no, this has been definitely an interesting first episode. I hope you guys are ready to go on this journey with us as we continue. We are going to try to record these, like, every Wednesday and release them on Fridays. So, but, definitely we will make sure to, you know,
provide interesting conversation and topic for y'all to be involved into this,
and make sure to follow us on all social medias.
Yes, sir. If not, we close your crib and do an F5, and it'll be the first time ever in history.
So I'm SBC Prophet.
I'm Heavily Demon,
and you were just listening to Kickout Commentary.
Peace.